G'day, my name is John Weil. I'm here to talk to you about starting to create robots. So if you're interested in starting to create robots using open source technologies, then this free 5-day course is going to be for you. But let's find out who do I mean when I say this. So if you're just getting started in robotics, or if you're wondering, is ROS right for you? Is ROS the right tool set for you to use? Or if you're so new that you're not really sure if you want to commit to dual booting your computer and installing Linux and following those sorts of instructions, then you can take this course. And what it's going to do is going to show you how to do robotics on your computer with your existing systems. And so if you're looking to get your feet wet, you might be a mid-career professional or a robotics student. You can take this little course and find out if this is for you. Super high level, what we're going to be doing is we're going to start by setting up our computers and launching a thing called Gazebo, which is a simulation package. Then we're going to look at how to create an autonomous navigating robot. We're going to look at how to do robotic arms. We're going to look at how to use FreeCAD for robot design. And then we're going to look at how to create environments in Gazebo. But why even learn robotics? Is this actually a valuable skill, in the world of ChatGPT and automation? Maybe learning robotics isn't going to be useful. Well, I disagree. I think that robotics is going to be one of the most important skills in the future. And I think it's because it's going to help with two huge challenges that are facing humanity today. We're going to have to deal with climate change. We're going to have to adapt to this changing climate that we find ourselves in. And robots are going to help with that. They're going to help us to allow us to operate in environments that perhaps are harder for humans to live in, or to operate and do things when we have fewer humans around. And that actually gets us to the second point of aging population. So as our population ages, we're going to have fewer people who can do like the sort of manual physical labor. And although that'll impact the industry, it'll also become a caring burden on society. And so what we can do is we can start using robots to help to assist carers who are helping the elderly people as our population ages to make sure that they still get the care that they need. And I think that's a good thing. So those are two good reasons why I think it's valuable for you to learn robotics in 2024 or 5 or 6. So this course is really about showing you what's possible. We're just going to get a working system running on your computer, and if you want to go dive into the details, we can do that in another sort of course. But this one is all about getting your system working. And so with that, let's start with the kind of key tool that you're going to need to download. So the most important tool you're going to need is a tool called Docker Desktop. Docker allows us to create computers like that live inside your computer, like a virtual machine, basically, in a little bit more programmatic way. And it allows me as an educator to make sure that you have exactly the computer that you're going to need to be able to run the examples. So I need you to go to docker.com and download Docker Desktop for your platform. Windows, Mac, Linux, doesn't matter, and follow the instructions there to get that running. Once you have Docker installed, then you can run this, and also running, then you can run this docker run command. This command is going to go and download around about 20 gigabytes of data from the internet, which is containing all of the stuff we're going to need for this course. And it can take a little bit of time to turn on. In this case, it's booted up really fast, which is great. When you see it saying VNC has entered running state, this means you're ready for the next step. Once you've got this the Docker thing running, you should be able to go to localhost port 6080 on your computer in a web browser, and then hit this. You see this no VNC screen, and then hit connect. And this is going to provide for you a kind of like your own little desktop. You can resize the window. You can click here, this little tab, and click full screen, and that'll make the screen bigger if you have a small screen. And so this is like a little computer inside of your computer. And what we're going to do is we're just going to open VS Codium, and we're just going to test that everything's running. So I'm going to open VS Codium, I'm going to open folder, home, start creating robots. This is a clone of the repo, the Start Creating Robots 2 repo, that's up for free on my GitHub. If you want to check out the source code we're using, if you want to do it outside of this containerized environment, you can do that. It's all there for you. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control-Shift-P, type run task, select run tasks, and then there's going to be a list of tasks. This is our main command center for this course. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a task called Gazebo test. And it'll do some building stuff, and then hopefully you should see something that looks a little bit like this, which is a Gazebo simulator. This is our physics simulator, and feel free to play around with this and click and do whatever you need to do. You can grab this cone, you can press this button here to allow you to drag it around. You can rotate it with these things. And what I might do is I might actually make it go up into the sky a little bit, and you'll see that everything's kind of frozen, and that's because the simulation isn't playing. So if we hit the play button here, you'll see that drops down. We can, grab this ball, have it down, and this ellipse is going to fall over. And so this is all I want you to do today. Just check that your system works, that you can play around with Gazebo. You can also spawn in your own objects. We can have them collide with each other. I think that, oh no, they're going to merge with each other. But you can do these things. You can create other cubes and just generally have a little bit of fun moving around and experimenting with the Gazebo interface. And that's all I want you to do for today. In fact, you can pause it like this, go up here like this, and I'll drop this ball on that and it'll roll off. Nice. All right. So that's all I want you to do for today. If you want to, have a little bit of bonus, you're looking forward to the course, you want to know what we're going to do in the rest of it, well, you can actually just go back to the VS Code, hit run task, and you can try some of the other ones. So if you wanted to say, see what we're about when we're going to start doing the navigation task, you can hit create navigation, and you'll see you'll get like a little robot and you'll get a little visualizer. So we're going to talk about all this stuff tomorrow. But if you can't wait, feel free to have a little look around, play with this stuff, see what you can get to go. And that's it for today. So hopefully that was a bit of fun for you. You enjoyed that. Tomorrow we're going to look a little bit deeper into the robot navigation that I was just showing. But if you already know that this is something you really want to do and you want to get a little bit deeper into the details and learn how to do this stuff yourself, then you can come and join my course. I've run challenge courses at https://becomearoboticist.com. And in that course, we go through all this stuff in more detail. You get to hang out with me in some live chats, and we just generally have a good time. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow where we do autonomous navigation.